Hey, it's Dani, and we are at the Louisburg market to see Mad Max Farm. Come along. Hey guys, how are you?
Hi, welcome to the Louisburg market.
Thank you. How's market day so far?
So far, so good. It's been busy and lots of people, and happy to be here.
That's awesome. Can you guys tell me a little bit about your table?
Yeah, so today we have fresh radish from our garden. We also have our forest-raised pork, dehydrated dog treats, and fresh eggs from the farm, from our chickens.
What is forest-raised pork?
Yeah, so our pigs, they get to be out in the woods and live like pigs and enjoy their pigness.
Oh.
And just get to do all the stuff that pigs normally get to do.
That's
It
exciting.
can be a little hard to explain though, so if you ever want to come out and see what we do, we'd love to have you.
I would love to come.
Yeah, so we're out in the Myra Road. You can come out anytime and see what we do.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for the invite. I can't wait to see you guys soon.
Yeah, have a great day at the market.
Thank you.
And the chicken.
Oh, chickens too. So Jamie, can you tell me a little bit about where we are right now?
Yeah, we're currently in the kitchen of the Louisburg market because we've got a full house today.
We do.
And we're positioned on the waterfront in Louisburg. This is actually our senior center. So this is a bit of a community hall, more or less, that gets used by our senior population. But we also rent it out once a month for our market.
That's awesome. How long have you guys been running the market?
It started 11 years ago at the train station at the top of the hill. It was 6 tables then, operating 3 or 4 times a year. And then just before the pandemic, they were going to start bringing cruise ships into Louisburg. When that happened, they asked for community members to start producing events within the community for when the cruise ships came into town. So we developed larger as a response to that. We opened for the very first cruise ship and it docked way out in the harbor, so they didn't get to come in, but the community did. And then we kind of seen that there really was a desire for a real farmers market within town. And we've been operating monthly ever since that.
Well, I've been doing this since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
Just a little girl. My mom was trying to learn how to crochet. She only knew 1 stitch. Drove her crazy till
I
she
couldn't
taught
probably
me.
do one.
And it took off from there. She couldn't crochet, and I got hooked on it.
That's amazing. Literally hooked.
Literally hooked. Yeah.
That's so cute. Do you have a favorite that you like to do?
My favorite is the monkey.
Okay.
I think just because of his little character. And his little soother comes
Oh
out.
my goodness. So how long have you been coming to this market?
To this market, I think about 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
But I have been going to other markets as well.
What is your favorite thing about this particular market?
This market, it's very local, and it's all just, you can look around. Everybody is very friendly and very welcoming. Everybody that comes in, they always say it's a very friendly market. Although it's small, there's plenty here.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Nice to see you.
Good.
Welcome to the farm.
Thank you.
So glad you made it out.
Oh, thank you so much. How long have you guys been here?
We've been here for 3 years now, farming on this property. Yeah.
3 years,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
amazing. So I know we're gonna see some chickens and pigs today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go see the chickens and the pigs and a little bit of our garden.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Cool. Come on.
Awesome.
Here's our polytunnel, or one of our polytunnels. We've got some beets seeded in here, and these are the radish you saw at the market yesterday, starting to come up.
Wow.
Yeah. Pick a radish.
Pick a radish? You're gonna let me pick a radish?
Yeah, go give her.
Go for it.
Anyone?
One that looks
Well, one
big.
looks good. Get a good one, yeah.
I don't know what a radish looks like.
One that's popping out of the ground.
Okay, one that's popping out. Okay, I see a good one.
There you go.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, these are French breakfast.
French breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yum.
A little spice to them.
Really?
Okay.
These are so cool. I'm assuming you can't put it back.
No,
I
it's
know
all
that's
yours
down,
now.
but
It's all yours.
I can take it home.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Put it on your salad tonight.
That's so exciting. Thank you. Oh, that was actually really fun.
You can
I'm a
more if you
city
want.
girl.
I mean, honestly, yeah. If that's
You want to put
fun.
me to work? So you guys, what is going on here?
Yeah.
These are our garlic beds, so all the way down. We've got 3 rows there.
Yeah, so we do garlic every year. Everyone loves garlic, and it's a great seller.
I see that there's a lot of pine needles kind of in the middle of your garlics. What is this for?
Yeah, so we try to follow like sustainable methods for all of our farming, so we don't use any chemicals or any of the bad stuff you don't want in your produce. So to keep the weeds down, that's the big battle, is trying to do anything we can to stop from having to spend our days weeding. So we put pine needles or wood chips down, and that just stops as many of the weeds as growing up through the aisles.
That's
So it's a natural mulch.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And the garlic itself right now is mulched with all kinds of compost, so the pine needles are disappeared, but it just keeps the weeds down in between the beds.
Yeah, so we have some meat chickens and some laying hens. And the laying hens are like what you're imagining your head of chicken looks like, and the meat chickens aren't very cute.
So Dani, how do you find vendors to come into the market?
For the most part, they reach out to us. There were a few times early on when we were having a hard time kind of getting new vendors, where we would put posts online asking people if they were interested. Also, like, kind of pinpointing holes in the market that we were looking for, specifically food-wise. And then they started reaching out to us. And I find over the last few years that the market scene and craft shows, but mostly a market feel, has really been growing in the area. So there's a lot more businesses and small businesses that are participating. So we have a larger group of people to work from now. But when we first started, I think we only had maybe 12 people.
Oh, wow.
7 years ago when I started, and now we have a wait list usually. So we have vendors who come in from as far as St. Peter's, Marguerite, all kinds of places. So, yeah.
So how many people can you have in one market?
Our year-round market is here, so it's 22 people is what we're capped at. For Christmas, we also rent the fire hall, which is in the back parking lot from where we're at here, which we can put another 30 vendors in.
Oh, so you still have this full and you go over there?
We do.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, so people come across the parking lot, and it's a nice day. The first year we did it, there was also a Christmas carnival in the parking lot, so it was really like a full event between the community and the market.
Really family friendly.
It was, yeah.
These guys are broilers, like our meat chickens.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And so this is where they live most of their lives, in these tractors. So every day we scoot them along, and so they get fresh grass to eat, fresh bugs,
Fresh air. But they're still protected.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so each day these move along a patch, and then
So if you look right down, you can see where they were yesterday.
I see that.
And they add to the soil. They put all kinds of nutrients back in and all kinds of carbon back into the soil and stuff.
That's
and
wonderful.
where our beautiful green grass is coming from. Yeah.
That's amazing.
As we go through the summer, you can tell where they've been by the big patches of green grass coming up.
Do you get new chickens every year?
Yeah. So we buy from like our co-op, our local co-op, and they bring in the chicks, and then we bring them from day old up till when they're ready for to go to college.
Oh, go to college.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do they go to college here or?
No, they go up to Tatamagouche, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
there's an awesome facility up there, and they handle it all and they do a great
amazing.
job. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So really as local as you can get, everything's in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so these are certified free range from the chicken growers in Nova Scotia.
Can I hold one?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm so excited.
No, hold up for me.
Hi. What do I do?
Kind of the same way he's holding
Kind of
it.
like holding like a big meatball.
A
like,
big meatball. Hi, baby. Hi, turkey.
Watch it out.
Hi, chicken. I got you. It's okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what it entails to get set up for the market?
Yeah, for sure. So typically we'll either set up the night before after bingo for the seniors, or we'll start setting up early in the morning before everyone gets here, and then vendors can set up an hour before. So
That's exciting.
yeah, and then we tear everything down today and clean it all up so the seniors have a space for activities tomorrow.
Hi.
You have the most beautiful little sails on your table. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Okay. Well, most of them, some have just fabrics that I had picked up and then made the sails, but a lot of them are vintage napkins, doilies, hankies, all embroidered.
They're so pretty.
And they're a little bit easier to make because they fold, they do
Yeah,
quickly.
of course.
But they're pretty, so it's kind of rough stuff, but then with the dainty stuff too, so the girly
It's really
stuff. right?
pretty.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you help her?
I help beachcomb, so look for the wood and the little rocks and shells just to
Hard life
accent.
being on the beach.
I know.
Yeah.
That'd be my favorite part too. How long have you been here at this market?
I started last year.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just started this. I've always
Wow.
made things, but I when I started these, it was just for a hobby. I've always done hobbies, but I liked it so much I didn't want to stop.
I mean,
So then I thought, well, might as well try to sell and see if
Yeah.
anybody else would enjoy them. So
and people do.
yeah, it's not everybody has a taste for them, but the ones that do really like it, and
I think they're stunning.
I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. That's the big thing, and it's a social thing. You meet a lot of nice people.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
These are our forest-raised pigs. So from the day they come home to us, they are up here and they have the span in these woods to live and do their thing.
That's beautiful. So how much land do they have? It goes pretty far.
Yeah, they have a little over an acre.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it goes back into the woods there, and over the last few years, we've been clearing it out a little bit, and then they do a lot of work clearing it out too.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they
that's
love to
awesome.
kind of dig in.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
flattened all this over the years, and they love to make wallows to roll around in the mud and stuff. And
how long do you keep a pig? Because I know you said, what, it's like 7 weeks for the chickens?
these guys will be here about 5 to 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they'll
So you
be
have them
here
for a
into
pretty
the
long time.
end of the summer, early fall. Yeah.
Yep. So we got these guys in April, and they'll be going for their trip in August, September.
How do I feed them?
Just
I
dump it
forgot
over the fence
Literally,
if you want.
You just like
If you want
pick
to.
it up and dump her
Okay,
in.
thank
Dump
you.
her over, kind of
Oh,
spread
look,
it.
they're coming.
Dump it and
Oh,
walk.
look at all those chickens.
Yeah.
Hi, friends. Okay, I'm scared.
Yeah. There.
Oh,
We don't have any compost that goes to the city anymore. Like all of our vegetables and fruits come up here for them. And,
oh wow.
Yeah, they get rid of it. And we actually work with a restaurant in town, and we divert their fruit and veggies to the pigs.
I love that.
Yeah.
So-
So the pigs eat well, and it's a waste management program for them, and kind of works out.
That's awesome.
So they get a big load of every weekday. They get a big load of fresh, like fruit and vegetable scraps.
So can you guys tell me a little bit about your dynamic of having two families kind of come together?
Yeah, so Grant and I are brother and sister, and we run the farm with our spouses, and our kids are obviously involved as well. So part of the appeal of farming was that we were all going to do it together, and it made it a little bit more manageable, and just meant more bodies, you know, and someone there if someone needed to take a weekend away or anything like that. And obviously working together was a big part of it, but it also means we have lots of open communication and a pretty big group chat for making all those decisions day to day and things. And then kind of as the farm's developed, we've all naturally kind of fallen into some roles as well. And that is always like kind of continuously developing.
What does it entail getting ready for the market?
Yeah, so our market day tends to start the night before, making sure everything's packed up, ready to go. The next morning, you know, we're picking produce, making sure everything's fresh and ready to go. And then we're packing up the coolers, packing up the truck, and driving out to Louisburg. And then when we get there, you know, setting up our table, putting the produce out, setting up our dog treat stand, making sure the coolers are all organized and we know where everything is. And then, you know, getting ready to greet everyone and sell.
Getting a coffee and a big smile, so you're ready to go. And you always get a big rush when the doors open, so you gotta be ready right away.
What brings you to the Louisburg market today?
A friend at work had mentioned that the market was on, and I looked on social media, saw lots of nice vendors here, and my mum's visiting from the UK, so we decided to come to Louisburg. It's a little bit drizzly out today,
is.
so it was nice to have something that was indoors with lots of variety and lots of local things as well.
Of course. I see you got a little bag of stuff.
I've got a lot of stuff.
What did you get from here?
I got some beautiful sourdough bread.
Okay.
And I got some lovely Himalayan salt.
Okay. Oh my
Some
goodness.
natural sunscreen. I got some dog soap. soap.
Oh wow! You got a little
I
bit of
got
everything.
some moonshine jam. Yeah, I was glad I brought a lot of cash with me.
That's awesome. You really did get a bunch of things.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was really nice. There's so much nice stuff here, and like I say, it's nice to have a lot of local things. And I've bought some gifts for Mum to take back to the UK with her for friends at home. So that's really
exciting.
nice. Yeah.
A big part of the market is the stamina to be ready to talk to everyone and answer all their questions. So there's definitely getting in the right headspace to be a great vendor and make everyone have a great day when they're there buying their product. There's like lots of funny stories, but a lot of people who want to tell you their life story and tell you what's going on. A lot of people who used to live on farms and a lot of people who want a farm. So you'll hear a lot from the people who love goats and chickens, and they're going to have 20 sheep, and they're going to have a bunch of chickens, and they're going to do this, and they're going to have blue eggs, and it's really nice to, hear all their enthusiasm and, maybe give them some a little advice, and so they don't make the mistakes that we made when we were learning too, right?
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
So Bob, I see that you have some moonshine jam.
I do.
Can you tell us a little about
Moonshine jam?
Yeah.
Well, the moonshine jam came about 6 months ago. I was actually making maple jam, and it was selling okay, but I thought, I want to up my game a bit. So about 3 o'clock in the morning, I had some moonshine, and I thought, I had the fruit, I had the maple syrup, so I thought, how about some moonshine jam? So the very first moonshine jam was multi-berry moonshine jam, and it was a hit. About 2 weeks in, there was a big sale in Sydney, Center 200 3-day sale. I took 2.5 cases thinking if I sold that, I'd been done very well. Actually, I sold 18 cases,
Wow.
and it's been selling ever since.
It's well loved.
But people, they love it. And once they taste it, they generally don't go away without one. So
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I hear you have some personal connections with the market with your wife.
Well, not the market per se. My wife actually, we're on the board of the seniors. This building here is the seniors building, and I'm the president, she's the treasurer.
Oh wow.
So we're trying to upgrade the property by putting in flowers and that sort of stuff. So we're trying to get the seniors building noticed, because up until recently, there was a lot of people in Louisburg didn't even know this building existed. Didn't even know seniors club existed. So we're trying to give it a fresh look, and we're trying to invigorate Louisburg. Basically, the market has really improved the last 3 years. So, and we get a really nice clientele here. So, we're pretty grateful. But other than that, and you can't get drunk on my jam, just by the way, right?
So I heard from Bob that the seniors building is getting a big makeover.
Yeah.
Are you part of that?
Our participation's been like helping with funding for it. So we have a little pot of money that we end up building up throughout the year. It's not much, but we did help put in some new sinks, the extra stove over the years. So little things like that, when we're able. But it's been good. It's given us the opportunity to allow this kitchen to become more functional for our vendors, so we can have hot food vendors and things like that in here now too.
That's really special.
It is, yeah. It was a limitation for us previously, so it gives opportunity for different vendors to come on board, and allows us to work within the confines of the Farmer Market Association guidelines.
These are our laying hens. So we have 30 laying hens now, and people love eggs. So when we go to the markets, we always sell out eggs, so they're a great kind of product to add into what we do. And
So do people just come on your land and get your eggs? Because I saw the sign.
yeah, so we actually have a little egg stand with a little honesty box, so people just kind of pull up and grab some eggs sometimes.
That's so cute.
We've got some regulars.
Yeah, the markets are so people go wild for eggs at markets, so we don't always have them in the honesty stand. But we're gonna get some more hens this year actually.
That's
So
exciting.
we're gonna have about 100 hens.
100 of these little guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared. Oh,
I'm just
okay.
gonna
Go
walk
right over.
Thank you so much.
Gonna go to
I'm
Jourdan.
prepared. That's okay. Oh, you chicken whisperer. How many eggs can one hen lay? It sounds like a riddle, but.
It's like a little less than an egg a day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
30, maybe like 25 a day?
yeah, we get like about 2 dozen a day right now. Yeah, Carmel's got an egg basket. She's just about to pick the eggs for the day.
So what's the difference between the white eggs and the brown eggs?
White chickens and brown chickens.
Is that really how the difference is?
Yeah.
Has to do with like the melanin or something.
Okay. Like this clean?
Yep.
Yeah, this is just how.
Really?
We went to Sobeys, actually got some, put them in there.
Thanks.
No, we put in fresh shavings every couple days, and so they have a nice clean bed to lay them in. And
So they come in here and lay them like themselves here? They don't just like lay them wherever?
No.
yeah, they want a little comfy spot to hang out in. So once you kind of teach them where to go, they are like, this is the spot, and they keep going back.
This is the
to it.
spot.
Yeah.
What time do you come out and get them usually?
Like around like 3 o'clock usually,
Okay.
because like they go through the day laying eggs, but they don't lay at night or anything
Why don't they lay at night?
because they have bad vision. They have bad night vision, so like they have a bedtime. They always go to bed at.
That is so cute.
So yeah.
Yeah. If you come out too early to get the eggs and you open it up, they're all in there, and it looks like you like disturb them on the bathroom. Like they're like, what are you doing? Like close the door. Like.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute.
So you want to let them finish their business.
Oh, this is my favorite thing I've ever done in my life.
Do you like that it's like from 1 to 4?
Yeah. It took us a while to find the right kind of time frame. Yeah, we played around with it. We started out every weekend, and it was 10 a.m. till 5.
Okay.
Which was long.
A long day, yeah.
A long day, and we really found like the community comes for the first hour, then we usually get a little break, and then we'll get like an influx throughout the day. So once we kind of found our niche with it, gave us room to pinpoint it. So this seems to be the sweet spot for us. Once a month, 1 to 4, perfect amount of time for everyone. And it's such a small community, to have them here every week is almost too much. So this gives everybody a little bit of like
breathing room.
Yeah, and they miss it.
Yeah.
So when they get here, it's like an event for them opposed to like a weekly thing.
And you get to sleep in before you come?
Yeah, it's great.
No 6 a.m. time?
Absolutely not.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey,
How's it going?
How are you?
Good. How's your day at the market?
It was beautiful. So many great faces, nice people.
Found some goodies?
So you guys are at the end of your market day. How do you feel?
Good. Yeah, we had a good crowd come out today. Sold lots of product. Everyone seemed happy to be here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you sell all your eggs?
We did.
We always sell all our eggs.
Well, I know you told me about your chickens and your pigs, but I see local beef.
Yeah, so we actually sell local beef from another farm over in Point Edward, Last Straw Farm. So we sell his beef when we come to the market as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I need to comment on the yoke in the room. What is this?
It's my little bolo tie for special occasions.
It's a very special occasion.
Yeah, my wife made it for me, just for when I dress up, you know, for market day.
Yeah. Gotta dress that up.